Usually when people see a cute, colorful game, they instantly think it's meant to be for kids, especially when it comes from Nintendo. Yoshi's Woolly World is pretty much the epitome of cute and colorful, but you should never judge a game by its cover because it's designed for pretty much every Nintendo-loving gamer under the rainbow. But with everything in life, there are always pros and cons, which is why yours truly, EMG Smash Central, has your console creatures review. Made by the developers of Kirby's epic yarn, Yoshi's Woolly World takes place in a similar universe made entirely out of yarn. This includes everything from objects to enemies and, of course, Yoshi himself. The only things not made out of yarn are the collectible gems and stamps, but we'll get to those a bit later. Previous Yoshi games have used things like paper and cardboard to create environments, so the yarn aesthetic provides a really fresh look, but also stays within the craft-type themes of the other games in the series. And the yarn look is more than just something you appreciate at first glance and then forget about, because the game is designed in a way that you really feel the yarn and not just see it. Platforms and structures will depress a little when Yoshi steps on them due to their softness. His shoes will turn into little wheels when he runs, and he can unravel entire areas just by pulling on a string. And those are just a few examples of how the game really makes you feel the woolly world around you. Right when you start up the game, you're greeted by an image displaying the different types of controllers that can be used in Woolly World. Personally, I prefer the gamepad because it's already in my hand when I turn the game on, but if you want something smaller, the Pro controllers feel extremely comfortable. The Wii Remote is actually the only control style I didn't enjoy because it's just too small and doesn't have enough buttons for every command, which makes certain actions awkward to perform. But all the other control types also have different button layouts to choose from, so it's not like you're ever forced to use something you don't enjoy. Unless your friend only has a Wii Remote for you, but I digress. In terms of gamepad functionality, Yoshi's Woolly World doesn't really use the gamepad in a unique way or force you to use it for specific actions, which can be either good or bad depending on your preference. Personally, I don't want to be looking down at the gamepad a lot because it hurts my neck, but using the gamepad in creative ways can be fun. Woolly World is also one of the many Wii U games that you can just play on the gamepad if someone else is using the TV, which is extremely convenient for gamers who share the space with their family or roommates. After you start playing Woolly World, you'll notice that the game draws many similarities from the Mario and Donkey Kong side-scrollers, whether it's certain enemies or obstacles, and even some in-game mechanics pay homage to the Mario and Donkey Kong games. Instead of coins and bananas, however, colorful gems are the in-game currency, and they can be traded for badges, which can make things a little bit easier, or put good old Poochie by your side for the whole level. Grabbing gems also unlocks stamps, which can be used to make the creative Miiverse posts that you see before each level and around the different worlds. The levels are generally on the simple side in terms of difficulty, however there are tons of collectibles in every single one. Not having a time limit makes finding all the collectibles slightly less challenging. But once you start rushing and getting careless, you might find yourself dying often and then having to restart the level. Then all of a sudden, a super simple level ends up taking you half an hour to complete, and your cute colorful Nintendo game seems to get a bit more challenging. But you don't have to find everything in every level to progress and enjoy the game. There's also a mellow mode for younger or less experienced players, which gives Yoshi a pair of wings to soar over any areas in the level that are really giving you a hard time. Players like myself will probably just avoid mellow mode because we find fun in the challenge, but for someone like my 4-year-old nephew, mellow mode is perfect. You can also switch mellow mode on in the middle of a level, or even change your control scheme or add a second player. Speaking of co-op mode, playing with your friends is really fun, but it has the same little annoyances that Double Yoshi has after tapping in a Yoshi amiibo. You can't run through each other, which can get you stuck or trapped sometimes, and you can't explore certain areas unless they come with you. And if you're too close together, you're likely to hit each other with the yarn balls, which could then just push you into a pit of lava if you're not careful. But the little things aside though, having a Double Yoshi or a co-op partner can really help reach certain areas without needing to jump on an enemy or an obstacle. Not only can you bounce on each other's heads, you can swallow Yoshi and shoot him like any other yarn ball. This also allows you to launch your friend or Double Yoshi to areas that might be hard to get to, or you can use them as an emergency yarn ball when there's just nothing else to use. Yoshi's Woolly World is a game that quickly claims your attention just from the amazing visuals and extremely textured universe, but after playing it, the game really sucks you in. Although scouring the levels for all the collectibles is really the only challenge this game offers, it seems like it's designed to be something to enjoy and laugh about with family and friends, rather than something to really grind and take seriously. Hardcore completionist gamers like myself will get a ton of replay value trying to complete their Yarn Yoshi collection and unlock everything there is to see in the game. And the laid-back casual gamers will have a ton of fun experiencing the new Yoshi universe. A very subtle but significant part of a game is the soundtrack, and Woolly World has a pretty generous amount of amazing sounding tunes. The different themes and instruments really reflect the individual levels and worlds within the game, and you can also go into the menu and listen to your favorite songs as much as you want. Overall, Yoshi's Woolly World is everything you'd expect from a Yoshi game and a little bit more. And has all the best retro mechanics that the older gamers know and love from the SNES and N64 days, and also incorporates a ton of new features like mid-level transformations to shake things up a bit. It's enjoyable for both the experienced gamer and the newer casual gamer, and can be played solo or with others. You don't need another save file for co-op play, and friends can jump in and out at any time. You can also change the difficulty whenever you want, as well as your control scheme. The only way you could possibly have a bad time playing this game is by getting frustrated trying to collect everything. But whenever that happens, you can just look at all the cute little Yarn Yoshis and all your problems disappear. Well, maybe not. I'm EMG Smash Central with your Console Creatures review, and I give Yoshi's Woolly World an 8 out of 10. For more gaming news and reviews, check out the Console Creatures website or follow the Twitter page. All the links you need are in the video description below. And don't forget to leave a comment letting me know what you think of Yoshi's Woolly World if you've played it. And if you haven't, well, what are you waiting for? Thanks for watching.